Let me start with something that may surprise you. For years, many people trying to lose weight have been avoiding eggs, especially at breakfast. They believe eggs are too high in cholesterol, too heavy, or too fatty for weight loss. But here is the shocking truth I want you to understand today. In my decades of experience as a physician, I have seen that the right egg breakfast can actually become one of the most powerful tools for losing weight, controlling hunger, stabilizing blood sugar, and improving metabolism. Yes, eggs can help you lose weight. But, and this is very important, not every egg breakfast works for weight loss. In fact, many people unknowingly turn a healthy egg meal into a high-calorie weight gain trap. Today, I'm going to explain exactly how eggs affect your body, the biggest mistakes people make when eating eggs for breakfast, and the doctor-recommended way to eat eggs if your goal is fat loss and better health. Because when eggs are used correctly, they can change the way your body burns calories for the rest of the day. Let's begin by understanding why eggs are so powerful for weight loss in the first place. Eggs are one of the most nutritionally complete foods in nature. A single egg contains high-quality protein, healthy fats, vitamin B12, choline for brain health, and important nutrients that support metabolism. But the real secret lies in protein. When you eat a high-protein breakfast, your body releases hormones that tell your brain you are full. One of these hormones is called peptide YY, which reduces hunger. At the same time, protein lowers levels of ghrelin, the hormone that makes you feel hungry. What does this mean in simple terms? When you start your morning with eggs, you naturally feel satisfied longer, which makes you eat fewer calories throughout the day without even trying. In fact, research has shown that people who eat eggs for breakfast often consume hundreds fewer calories later in the day compared to those who eat high-carbohydrate breakfasts like pastries or sugary cereals. But here is where many people go wrong. The first big mistake I see patients make is pairing eggs with the worst possible foods. For example, someone says, "Doctor, I eat eggs every morning, but I'm still gaining weight." Then I ask what they eat with the eggs. The answer is usually something like this: butter-fried eggs, white toast, processed sausage, hash browns, sugary coffee drinks. At that point, the eggs are no longer the problem. The real problem is the calorie overload around the eggs. When eggs are combined with refined carbohydrates and processed meats, the meal becomes extremely high in calories, salt, and unhealthy fats. Instead of stabilizing your blood sugar, the meal spikes it, which leads to hunger again a few hours later. So the eggs lose their weight loss advantage. The second mistake people make is cooking eggs in excessive oil or butter. Eggs themselves are not very high in calories. One large egg has around 70 calories, but when you cook those eggs in large amounts of butter or oil, the calorie count can double or even triple. I often see people adding 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil to the pan without realizing it. That alone can add more than 200 extra calories to breakfast. Over weeks and months, those extra calories slowly turn into body fat. The third mistake is skipping vegetables. Many people eat eggs completely alone, just eggs and bread. But the most powerful egg breakfast for weight loss always includes fiber. Fiber slows digestion, keeps blood sugar stable, and makes you feel full much longer. Without fiber, even a protein-rich meal can leave you hungry sooner than expected. That's why the healthiest cultures around the world rarely eat eggs alone. They combine eggs with vegetables, herbs, or whole foods that support digestion and metabolism. But there is another mistake that surprises many people. It's something I see constantly in patients trying to lose weight. Some people eat eggs, but they are still hungry just 2 hours later. They feel frustrated and think eggs simply don't work for them. But the real issue is not the eggs themselves. It's how those eggs are prepared, balanced, and portioned. And this is where things get very interesting, because there is a specific type of egg breakfast that doctors and nutrition experts often recommend for patients trying to lose weight. A meal that stabilizes hormones, reduces cravings, and supports fat burning throughout the day. In the next part, I will show you exactly what that breakfast looks like, the best way to cook eggs for weight loss, and the simple additions that transform eggs into a powerful metabolism-boosting meal. Some of these tips are surprisingly simple, but they can make a dramatic difference in how your body stores or burns fat. Now let's continue. In the first part, we talked about why eggs can be powerful for weight loss and the common mistakes people make that quietly turn a healthy breakfast into a calorie trap. Now I want to show you the best egg breakfast for weight loss, the kind I often recommend to patients who want to lose fat, reduce cravings, and maintain steady energy throughout the day. The key principle is simple: balance. A weight loss breakfast should contain three important elements: high-quality protein, fiber, and controlled healthy fats. Eggs already give you excellent protein and some healthy fats. What we need to do is combine them with the right foods that support metabolism instead of slowing it down. One of the best ways to prepare eggs for weight loss is something I often call a vegetable protein breakfast. Imagine this simple plate: 2 eggs, gently cooked, either boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled with minimal oil. Next to them, a generous portion of vegetables: spinach, tomatoes, mushrooms, onions, bell peppers, or zucchini. This combination does something very powerful inside your body. The eggs provide protein that activates fullness hormones, while the vegetables provide fiber that slows digestion and keeps your stomach satisfied for hours. Together, they stabilize blood sugar levels so you avoid the sharp spikes and crashes that cause hunger later in the day. When blood sugar remains stable, your body is also less likely to store excess calories as fat. Another benefit many people do not realize is how eggs support muscle health. When people lose weight the wrong way, through extreme dieting or skipping meals, they often lose muscle along with fat. That slows metabolism and makes weight regain more likely. Eggs contain essential amino acids that help preserve muscle while the body burns fat. Maintaining muscle is crucial because muscle tissue burns more calories than fat, even when you are resting. This means a high-protein egg breakfast can quietly increase your metabolism over time. Now let me share another important tip many doctors emphasize. If your goal is weight loss, avoid drinking your calories at breakfast. A breakfast of eggs with vegetables can be extremely healthy, but many people unknowingly cancel those benefits by adding sugary coffee drinks, sweetened juices, or flavored lattes. These drinks often contain as much sugar as dessert. When sugar enters your bloodstream quickly, insulin rises sharply. High insulin levels encourage the body to store fat and can trigger hunger soon after. Instead, keep your drinks simple. Water, black coffee, or unsweetened tea are far better choices that support metabolism rather than fighting against it. Another helpful strategy is portion awareness. For most adults trying to lose weight, 2 eggs are usually enough for breakfast, especially when combined with vegetables and perhaps a small portion of whole foods like avocado or whole grain toast. More eggs are not necessarily better. Weight loss depends on maintaining a calorie balance over time. But here is something encouraging I often tell patients. When breakfast is high in protein and fiber, people naturally feel satisfied longer. Many find they stop snacking mindlessly during the morning. They arrive at lunch feeling calm and hungry in a normal way, not desperate for food. This is exactly how healthy metabolism should work. And over weeks and months, these small daily habits quietly produce powerful results. I have seen patients lose significant weight simply by changing their breakfast from sugary cereals and pastries to a balanced egg meal with vegetables. Not because eggs are magic, but because the meal works with the body's biology instead of against it. Your hormones stay balanced. Your hunger signals become calmer. Your energy becomes steady. And weight loss becomes much easier to maintain. But beyond weight loss, eggs offer something even more important: nourishment. They provide nutrients that support brain health, liver function, and nerve cells. The nutrient choline in eggs is especially important for memory and metabolism, yet many people do not get enough of it in their diets. So when eaten wisely, eggs are not just a weight loss food, they are a health-supporting food. Now I want to leave you with one final message as a doctor who has spent many years helping patients improve their health. Weight loss is rarely about one single food. It is about the daily patterns we build. A simple, balanced breakfast may seem like a small decision, but that small decision shapes your hunger, your energy, your metabolism, and your food choices for the entire day. Start the day with nourishing food, and your body responds with stability and balance. So tomorrow morning, instead of skipping breakfast or reaching for processed foods, try something simple: 2 eggs, fresh vegetables, minimal oil, a calm moment to eat slowly. Sometimes the most powerful health changes are not complicated at all. They are simple habits repeated consistently, the kind that quietly transform your body, your weight, and your long-term health. Take care of your body and it will take care of you for many years to come.